Assalamualaikum and very good morning to my Nathaniel and my fellow audience. I am 2200384. So today I will present to you about overfishing. So before I start, I want to ask some question. Maybe Fahim?
Yes.
So my question is, what is your major diet in your daily life at home? Maybe the source of protein like chicken, beef or fish?
Chicken.
Chicken? Oh, chicken. So personally, back at my home, my major diet during the week is mostly fish because I'm from Sabah, of course, because of the seafood. I think it's very cheap if you compare it here. So, what is the connection between my question and my with my title today? Is overfishing. So, next slide. So, what is overfishing? Overfishing is catch fish that there is more than one area that the fish cannot produce itself and cannot sustain the ecosystem at that area. So when we doing overfishing, it will cause and lead to a young fish, because fish need the time, need to what we call as period time to produce and to become a colony. But what happens if you overfish it? The whole colony, what we call an ecosystem in the area, will collapse because there is no enough fish to sustain the ecosystem at that area. So what is the cost of fishing? First, like we know, it's commercial fishing. Commercial fishing with the new advanced technology like radar, sonar, and now they are using help from the sky like satellite, helicopter, and also drones to indicate and to find a group of fish that they can target in that area. Next is the using of huge net in the commercial fishing, like what we see in here. The huge net that will what we call as cover as much as area to maximize the profit and possibility and probability to catch a fish. So next one. So we can see in here, this is how we can imagine how big the size of net that they use to catch the fish in the environment. So this type of net is included with the web in down of the net that can disrupt and destroy the coral in the seabed. So this is the sonar system that they use to indicate and to find a fish. Do you think it's impossible to indicate a fish with this technology? No. It's easy, right? To find a group of fish. Group of it is what we call as a mackerel. Now you know mackerel that you eat like a sardine, tin of sardine. They use this technology to indicate the group of fish and catch them with this net. Next one. The next is shark fin hunting. Do you recognize what is shark fin hunting? Yes. Okay, shark fin hunting. Shark fin hunting is what we call as one of the reason why there are so many type of shark that have been extinct during this time because of this activity. This activity are very popular in the Asian region, especially in Vietnam. In Chinese, they eat shark fin soup. They believe that give them a lot of benefit to them. So next, so play. This is how they catch the fish. Lightly cut the fin and throw back to the sea. and they live like that. Can you see the video? How cruel they do it to the shark? Do you think they can survive in this situation? So I'm sorry because this video is quite instructive, but it's for the education purpose. That this fish has been cut alive and thrown back to the sea, and I'm sure that most of them, or maybe all of them, maybe cannot survive in this situation because the fin that they use are very important. Because shark is a type of animal that need to move 24/7 because they need to insert the water in the gill to breathe, to get the oxygen to their body. But what if they don't have a fin? Then there is not just a fin. Also they what we call tail of, and their tail has been cut to fulfill the demand of shark fin soup in China, in Vietnam. Can you imagine that? So next. So next is something that I'm very disappointed. There is illegal fishing. Illegal fishing not just give effect to the fish, but it's also give effect to our country. Every year, our country lost almost 6 billion ringgit. Can you imagine? 6 billion ringgit because of this illegal fishing from another country, like the issue that we get from fishermen from Vietnam in our boat. They catch a fish in our country, and the instrument or the net that they use did not fulfill the requirement of our Jabatan Perikanan. And these are one of the example of the Vietnamese fishing that has been catch by our Malaysian Coast Guard. They have stolen our what we call stock of fish that are very important to us. Next. So what is the effect of this overfishing? Of course, first is will reduce the fish population in the sea. Second, it will in the long term. There is if we cannot don't act quickly, it will cause to our government to lose a lot of money because the fishing industry in Malaysia is one of the economic booming. They produce a lot of income to fishermen, to the industry, to fulfill the demand of fish requirement in Malaysia. And the final thing that what this effect of overfishing is something maybe small, but I think it's important is tourism, marine tourism, because I can say it is the Malaysian, especially in Sabah region, in Terengganu, Pahang is what we call as scuba diving infused place, because our country is a tropical country that have a multiple type of coral, that beautiful coral that attract the tourists to come to our country. So what happens if we can see the coral and there is no fish at it? The coral will die because coral need a fish to sustain, to produce food. Next one. So how we want to overcome this situation? First, I suggest we put a law enforcement in the action. We need our Jabatan Perikanan, Jabatan Laut, maybe Navy, our Malaysian Coast Guard to act quickly, to find a solution, to make rules, to ensure that our fish stock in our country can sustain, and we can ensure that the fish stock will have in the next generation. Next is to make a conservation area. The conservation area is very important to ensure that we can help this fish to grow, to help them to grow, become bigger before we can harvest it. And we can ensure that if we harvest it, we can still have them in the next generation. Last but not least, I think there is what we call as agriculture fish farm that will support the fish demand in the market at this day. So I think that's all from me. So thank you very much.